Many successful people, like Richard Branson, Tony Robbins, and Elon Musk, emphasize the same principle. Action creates confidence, not the other way around. Most people wait to feel ready before they start. The truth? You're already sitting on the skills, knowledge, and value that can change your life. All you have to do is what we are going to explore in today's story. So stay with me till the end so you don't miss something important. For 8 months, Elias was part of the architecture of Fifth Avenue. He sat against the cold limestone of a luxury flagship store, a human shadow that thousands of people walked past every day. To the crowds, he was invisible. To himself, he was a zero, a man who had lost his business, his home, and eventually his sense of being a participant in the world. He didn't beg, he just sat, waiting for a version of ready that never came, the feeling that he was worthy enough to try again. One Tuesday, a man in a sharp gray suit stopped. He didn't reach for his wallet. He looked at the spot where Elias sat, a high-traffic corner where 2 major subway exits converged, and people often paused to check their maps or phones. The stranger leaned in and said 7 words that felt like a joke. "You're sitting on a gold mine here." Elias looked at the cracked pavement. "I'm sitting on concrete," he rasped. The stranger shook his head. "No, you're sitting on the most valuable real estate in the world, and you're the only one here who isn't charging for directions. You know every train line, every landmark, and which street has the best coffee. You're an information hub acting like a ghost." The man walked away, but he left behind a psychological spark. In behavioral psychology, there is a concept called self-efficacy through inactive mastery. It suggests that we don't build confidence by thinking positive thoughts. We build it by witnessing ourselves complete a small, successful action. The next morning, Elias didn't wait to feel confident. He found a discarded piece of cardboard and a marker. He didn't write, "Please help." He wrote, "Ask me for directions. I know this grid better than Google." Within 20 minutes, a tourist asked him where the public library was. He pointed. The tourist smiled and handed him $5. An hour later, a businessman asked for the quickest route to Grand Central to beat the rain. By the end of the week, Elias had a small folding chair and a map. By the end of the month, he had a concierge stand. What happened next changed everything. Tourists, commuters, and locals started relying on him daily. Within 6 months, Elias's small operation generated several $100s a day, enough to rent a modest apartment and rebuild his life. He hired an assistant to help with directions, expanded to a small guidebook service, and even started offering personalized walking tours. Soon, Elias partnered with local cafes and shops to create curated city experiences, launched an app for tourists, and trained a team of guides. Within a few years, Elias's Fifth Avenue corner had grown into one of the most recognized urban guide businesses in New York, earning him accolades as an innovative entrepreneur who turned simple knowledge into a thriving empire. From a man once ignored on the streets, Elias became a symbol of resilience, vision, and the transformative power of action. What changed wasn't Elias's hidden talent. He had known the streets for months. What changed was the recognition of value. Many of us suffer from invisible value syndrome. We wait until we feel worthy or qualified before we step into the light. We think we have nothing to offer because we are looking for a masterpiece while we are sitting on a gold mine of small existing skills, logistics, empathy, a specific knowledge of a grid that others find confusing. The principle is simple. Agency is reclaimed through action, not reflection. Elias stopped waiting to be found and started being useful. He realized that self-worth isn't a feeling you wait for. It's a byproduct of the value you provide to others. You are likely sitting on your own version of that Fifth Avenue corner, a skill, a perspective, or a piece of knowledge you take for granted. Stop waiting to feel ready. The gold mine isn't under your feet, it's in the way you choose to engage with the world today.